Hey, Jesse,
What's up, girl?
what you drinking?
Ooh, you know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking a little bit of Crapple and some Sprite. It's pretty good. And I got these two little pieces of pineapple that I threw in there because I cut some up earlier. It's
Nice.
very good.
Yes. Well, I'm drinking White Claw, blackberry, because I am a lady of the claw.
Ooh, nummy nums.
Yum. Yeah. Y'all have to excuse us. We've been getting beat up by hurricanes lately. But it is October and it is officially spooky season.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. How you guys doing?
So excited it's Friday.
Yeah, Jesse here and
Lindsey.
my beautiful wife. Oh, my God, you did your hair, and I love it.
Yes.
It is so beautiful.
Freshly dyed today.
Such a dark, beautiful purple. It's perfect for the almost sweater weather.
A little bit of sweater weather. I got on a sweater today.
I love it. Like, I got up this morning and I was just so ready. I was just like, I'm so crisp. The air was just amazing.
Hurricane came through, and then we've got gorgeous days.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Two of them. We had two hurricanes come through.
And then we had Debbie. Don't forget about old Debbie. What was she, a hurricane or a tropical storm?
Yeah, bro. It's storms all around. I don't know.
All I know is I had to walk through a lake to get to work that day.
That's right. You were like soaked.
I
When
was
you came
soaked
home.
all the way up to my thighs, and it was not fun.
It was insane. So welcome to Drink About Something.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Welcome.
So we kicked off last week, and I'm just so excited. I'm seeing like everybody coming in, and it's just it's amazing. Thank you guys so much for checking us out, and we hope you continue, and we hope you like our stuff.
I do have to make a little correction from last week on the Corpsewood Manor case. I misspoke on one of the killer's names. His name was not Kenneth Avery Scott. It's Kenneth Avery Brock. When I was typing up my script to read, the tablet autocorrected Brock to Scott for some reason, and I just read it because I was actually a little nervous. A little nervous today. I don't know why.
People be looking.
I had anxiety problems.
People be looking, and I know for a fact that they're seeing all the mistakes.
I know.
Jesse's making.
Yeah, we're new. Again, we're new.
I'm
Let's
not
get our feet
apologizing
wet.
for shit.
No.
No, but thank you guys for
But
sticking around.
stick with us. Yes.
I don't know what she's fixing to talk about, but I know it's going to be amazing. She's been geeking for the last week, and I'm just like,
Oh, that one's not till that one starts next week. But this
the
one.
one after this one.
Yes.
Well, you were geeking about this one too, right? This the school one.
Yeah. The McMartin Preschool trial.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. So, if you guys are ready, strap on in and check us out, and hey, bring a friend. That'd be awesome.
Share all the shares, but we'll share all that information later. All right. So the case you're going to hear about today contains allegations about sexual abuse of children and satanic rituals, because we're still in our satanic panic era.
Satanic panic.
Yes. But you can breathe a sigh of relief because they were just that. They were allegations, complete bullshit that brought down an award-winning daycare and the family who ran it.
High dollar.
Yeah. The McMartin Preschool trial was the longest and most expensive trial in U.S. history, and it all started by the accusations of one woman. All right, so the preschool was located in Manhattan Beach, California, and ran by Virginia McMartin and Peggy McMartin Bucky, who later asked the accused, Ray Bucky, who was Peggy's son, to come help out as a teacher. Now, Ray was kind of a beach bum surfer guy who was skeptical at first, but ended up taking the early education classes to become a preschool teacher and joined the family business. He actually ended up loving it and considered it a very positive time in his life. And this daycare had been open for 28 years and was attended by children of upper middle class families. And like I said before, it had won awards for its services. The mayor and police chief, for example, had attended this half-day preschool. It had a super outstanding reputation. Now, here comes the bullshit.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm excited.
In 1983, Judy Johnson, who was the mother of one of the preschool's 2-year-old students, had reported to the police that her son had been sodomized by her estranged husband and by the McMartin school teacher, Ray Bucky. Johnson believed that her son had been abused when he began having painful bowel movements. Some sources state that the son denied these allegations, but some say he confirmed. But he was 2 years old. We have a grandbaby that's 2 years old. And I don't think that she could, honestly don't think she could tell us anything of this nature.
It would be really hard at this point, but oh my God, Lindsey.
So, but actually he was mostly nonverbal. So there's that. In addition, Johnson made several other accusations that the daycare workers were having sex with animals and that Peggy drilled a child under the arms. I'm not sure if this meant like an actual drill, like a power tool. I'm not sure what that meant, but that's in the transcripts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that Peggy drilled a child under the arms and that Ray flew in the air. Bucky was questioned, but not prosecuted due to lack of evidence. And also, Ray was never even around the 2-year-olds. That wasn't his class. I'm not sure what age group he was the teacher over, but it was a preschool. So when they stopped going to preschool around 5, 6, somewhere in there. But he was not around the 2-year-olds. That was not his class. So the police sent out a letter to about 200 of the students' parents, past and present, stating that their children might have been abused and to question them. And this is what the letter said. All right, this was sent out September 8th, 1983. This is kind of long, but it's important. Dear parent, this department is conducting a criminal investigation involving child molestation. Ray Bucky, an employee of Virginia McMartin's Preschool, was arrested September 7th, 1983 by this department. The following procedure is obviously an unpleasant one, but to protect the rights of your children as well as the rights of the accused, this inquiry is necessary for a complete investigation. Records indicate that your child has been or is currently a student at the preschool. We are asking your assistance in this continuing investigation. Please question your child to see if he or she has been a witness to any crime or if he or she has been a victim. Our investigation indicates that possible criminal acts include oral sex, fondling of genitals, buttocks, or chest area, and sodomy, possibly committed under the pretense of taking the child's temperature. Also, photos may have been taken of children without their clothing. Any information from your child regarding having ever observed Ray Bucky to leave a classroom alone with a child during any nap period, or if they have ever observed Ray Bucky tie up a child is important. Please complete the enclosed information form and return it to this department in the enclosed stamp return envelope as soon as possible. We will contact you if circumstances dictate same. We ask you please keep this investigation strictly confidential because the nature of the charges and the highly emotional effect it would have on our community. Please do not discuss this. I'm sorry, it's just funny. They're sending this to 200 people.
This is insane. Like how much stuff is going to go on with a bunch of 2-year-olds? What are they doing?
We're at the beginning.
Here?
So yeah. Please do not discuss this investigation with anyone outside your immediate family. Do not contact or discuss the investigation with Raymond Bucky, any member of the accused defendant's family, or employees connected with the McMartin Preschool. Now this is in bold, there is no evidence to indicate that the management of Virginia McMartin's Preschool had any knowledge of this situation, and no detrimental information concerning the operation of the school has been discovered during this investigation. Also, no other employee in the school is under investigation for any criminal act. What the fuck?
So it's just all allegations, the whole damn thing.
Mm-hmm. So they sent this to 200 parents of past and present students and asked them to keep it to themselves.
So she's just blowing up the whole community with a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
So, of course, chaos everywhere. They start pulling their kids out.
I would burn that fucking place down, dude. Like if I got that note, what memo, letter, how'd it come? I mean,
and this was also a time where
83. So
mothers were starting to really go to work full time.
Right.
They're already having a lot of mom guilt because you're in that area where it's required to have a 2-income family.
Yeah, everybody was coming up and the economy changed a little bit right there. Yeah.
So they've already got mom guilt. They're probably already thinking, this is going to happen at any time.
My kid to this fucking house of...
And this was upper middle class families. This wasn't just anybody. And it's weird, too, because I'll put pictures in the Instagram stories. But
still working, folks. They're not just like...
House.
I mean, they're upper middle, but they're still working. You think it's going to be like this
prestigious... academy-looking place, but it's just a little house.
Right,
it's
born with a little bit
Virginia's
of money,
house.
but they have to work for it. I mean, but yeah, oh my God, I would have burnt that fucking place down.
Okay, well, yeah.
This is like the school of Freddy Krueger or something. I don't know what the hell.
So, like I said, they started pulling their kids out, vandalizing the school, and making death threats against Ray. Of course. I mean,
yeah.
How else are they supposed to act?
Like I said, I would burn him like Freddy.
I mean, it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
I mean, it would have been done.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
I'd have caught a charge. For sure.
And I mean, honestly, moving forward in this situation, I don't know how Ray survived. I mean, because it just gets worse. Okay.
Wow.
So then accusations of the entire staff started and that they only hired pedophiles. So it went from just Ray being a pedophile to now the whole staff was.
It's like on the resume. Is that like, okay, what are your qualifications?
I am a pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh, hired. Hired.
We want you to play with 2-year-olds. Can you do that?
Dude, don't even talk about that.
I'm about to puke myself. I'm still. I don't even know where to begin with commenting on a lot of this. And it's just like what you're saying is just it. You just body slam the fuck out of me right here with a bunch of shit. Bring it, girl. Bring it.
Okay, so like I said before, thankfully none of this ever happened. So the McMartin School files a civil suit against the city because now they're losing everything, their amazing reputation, everything. Okay, so after the letter and everything, now there's chaos. So the DA gets involved and he gets the parents of several hundred of these children to take them to the Children's Institute International, or the CII, in Los Angeles to be interviewed by a woman named Key McFarlane.
So there were that many. Were 700?
Oh yeah, I'm going to get to the numbers. Not several hundred, not 700.
Okay, well,
several hundred.
Okay,
we have it. Yeah,
several hundred,
I'm going to get to the numbers in a minute.
That's
but
a lot of. Okay.
So they're at the CII. They're getting interviewed by Key McFarlane, and the interviewing techniques that were used were highly suggestive and invited children to pretend or speculate about supposed events by using puppets. Key McFarlane is the reason this story became as huge as it was. Judy Johnson started it, and Key made it insane. She would say that she had to draw the children out, making a game of the abuse with the puppets and dolls. Basically saying the kids won't say it, so we have to get it out of them. And once they say it, it 100% happens.
So they're just using like dolls and just like, hey, kitties.
Yeah, they look like...
Here?
Right.
Clap your hands if they touched you here. Like, what the fuck?
And I mean, they look like second generational Muppets, like the Muppets that got discarded in the garbage that didn't get used for the movies. Right. Yeah.
The ones in the background at Fraggle Rock.
I'm just thinking about all the ones that are in the background on Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
If you pay attention.
But we know them all, actually. Like the dog came out of the window and everything. It's like, I'm
talking about the little townspeople ones that are all like grumpy looking.
Yeah.
Now, Yes, you should believe your child when they come home and tell you something crazy or if they've been hurt or abused, but you got to investigate it.
I mean, I'm just completely livid about this right now. This is crazy.
But when you're talking about 2 to 4-year-olds, they have that easily manipulated state of mind, and you can get them to say anything, especially when they are making an adult or an authority figure happy.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's this, if they're not following the path of the people that are just telling them what to say, they're going to feel so like just uncomfortable, and you know, they're going to do whatever it takes just to
right. They're going to be looking for that reaction of the adult saying you did good, you know?
Right.
And Key would say things like, well, Kid 104 said that they were abused and you're just as smart as they are, right? And all these interviews were videotaped. And Key said that she had never seen children so frightened. But actually, they were just scared of that situation and very confused
I would be scared
as to the subjects that they were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the whole time, like, I was that age around that time, you know.
Now, she was definitely trying to make a name for herself. And she was dating a TV journalist who was spreading this shit like wildfire.
Yeah, just look at me. Oh, my God. Look at what's going on. I got all this figured out.
Now, let's get into the bizarre satanic ritual bullshit that they were claiming was the children were talking about.
Here we go.
Now, all 145 kids said, all 145 kids that have been interviewed so far said that they were going to the local Catholic church where people in hooded robes were sacrificing animals like horses. They were slaughtering horses on the altar.
Oh, so they were going to the church.
Yes, they were going down to the church, like a little field trip at a half-day preschool.
So they're going to take the kids
slaughtering a horse at a Catholic church.
So they're going to take the kids to go watch the horse. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a fucking minute.
They're taking kids to the satanic ritual at the Catholic church. You don't get it?
Oh, so they must not be Catholic. That's what it is. Right? A nomine patres. Like, are you kidding me?
Repeat your Hail Marys and then slaughter the horse.
Okay.
I mean, it's just...
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Oh, you must slaughter 9 horses.
In a half-day preschool.
Yeah.
But like I said, my argument is...
They're not even there long enough to get a sandwich. I would be wanting a sandwich and some Scooby-Doo.
They get cookies and juice, okay?
Yeah, and then
they get picked up.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get the whole sandwich. They don't get the whole, you don't get a lunch break here.
No, I'm pretty sure like I said, it's half day. What we say, like 8 to 1.
Yeah. Well, this
maybe
is
9 to 2.
High profile school though for the kids.
Yeah, and like I said, it was upper middle class. So they might have been getting.
They're there like 5 hours max, right?
In the 80s, I don't know what the bougie food was, but I was just a little babe.
I'd have been happy with a moon pie.
Moon pie to you.
Little boxes of milk or something. Not even nap time. You don't bring your own blanket there. BYOB.
Like I said, if you went and witnessed that. Wouldn't you be going home and telling your mommy, hey, I just saw this horse get like sawed in half at the Catholic church.
I got to take a drink.
Bucky took me.
This is fucking crazy.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. How you guys doing so far? I am shocked right now. I'm on the floor. Literally. Well, not yet. I ain't drinking.
And also, wouldn't people have witnessed 145 students walking down to the Catholic church led by the field trip leaders, the teachers at the school carrying a horse, and then they don't leave with the horse. I mean, so it got slaughtered. It got slaughtered.
Did they eat the horse?
They cooked it and ate it there too. From 8 to 1.
Was the horse
from 9 to 2?
Need an exorcism?
Isn't
that about around the same time that Exorcist came out? When did Exorcist come in?
It was 78.
78. Mm-hmm. Oh, because they've been riding that wave pretty good.
That was also the same year as Grease, too.
That
my favorite
was the
movies.
Real big kickoff for Satanic Panic for sure. Like, I mean, we watched it the other day because Halloween season. We're going to watch all the horror movies, and
we've been on this shit since August.
Yeah.
We started with Midsummer.
Yeah,
that one blew our mind.
Literally, like the head blew up.
No spoilers.
Oh, but yeah, watch that one. But yeah, so we're actually planning a trip. We're going to go up to DC. We're probably going to see those steps from The Exorcist. I've been wanting to do that since I was a since I'm a
The
baby.
power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, I'll take a tumble. We're gonna both. No, I'm kidding. I just want to see those steps. Maybe walk up them one time. But anyhow, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm interrupting.
All right, I gotta find my place anyway.
Here I go. I'm doing it.
Okay, so also it was being said that the kids were naked all day, and the adults were taking photos and videos for the child pornography industry.
All in 5 hours, like just. Hey,
Right.
y'all
That's what I'm
clock in,
saying.
hurry up.
Where was their time?
Hurry
Where
up.
was the time?
We got to make movies.
I mean, they're
Come on,
probably
children.
changing diapers half of the day.
Yeah, they're little babies. Like, these are not even, they're barely toddlers. These are barely ass toddlers.
Oh, God. Now,
What the hell?
and of course, it was said that the teachers would threaten the kids, the kids' families, if they told the secret. And here comes Geraldo. So Geraldo's 2-hour devil worship episode,
The mustache is
or
back.
what it was called, his 2-hour devil worship special.
Did he have a horse in his mustache that we could kill?
Well, it came out around this time, and do you know that it was viewed more than the Beatles when they went on Ed Sullivan?
No way.
Yes,
This was
the Geraldo 2-hour devil worship special.
Oh yes,
was viewed.
I remember some of that. Yes, now it's clicking now. Holy shit! Yes,
And it was what's fun. So Patrick Hines from True Crime Obsessed said, "Well, you got to remember there was 3 channels. One was the Geraldo channel, and then there was everything else." Which was true. Like, he was everywhere. Him and his mustache was everywhere.
I mean,
just.
But I vaguely remember this, but most of the time, like I said, I was out eating dirt. You know?
Yeah, I wasn't eating dirt status yet in '83.
It was me in the hills of Appalachia, completely covered in dirt, clay, and I don't know what else. And I never had a clean face growing up. I was the dirty kid because I was into everything. Okay, go ahead.
But wait, there's more.
Kids. These are children.
Yes.
Babies.
Allegations.
These are
right.
Well, still. I mean,
So it was also alleged. Here's where it gets cuckoo crazy. All right. It was also alleged that in addition to the sexual abuse, they saw a witch fly or witches fly. They traveled in a hot air balloon. They were taken in underground tunnels. And when photos were lined up for the kids to pick out their abuser, one kid picked a picture of Chuck Norris, stating that was Ray Bucky. Chuck Norris got brought into the McMartin Preschool trial.
Somebody needs a fucking Academy Award or something. Oscars everywhere.
So it was alleged that the abuse of the children and the animal sacrifices happened in the secret tunnels. Now, they actually...
This has gone way too far.
Okay, so there was actually, excavators were hired to find these tunnels. The only thing that they found was remains from, it was debris from when the building was built. That was under the ground. Of course, that happens. And there was... Archaeologists were hired to find animal remains, and
Lindsey.
Nothing was found. This is true. This is true story.
Lindsey, look at my face right now. Like, how in the... Are you going to keep flipping me shit right now?
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
You still have more shit to flip me right now.
All right. You ready?
Oh, my God.
Let's take another drink. Take another sip.
Oh, my God. Hang on. Oh, what a roller coaster. Oh, my God.
All right. Have you swallowed? Okay.
I spit.
There were claims of orgies at car washes and airports, and of children.
I can't do sex jokes in here. I'm sorry at this moment.
No, just children involved.
I take that
and
back.
I mean, the allegations were not true.
That's why I like this. This is insane.
And that children were being flushed down toilets to secret rooms where they would be abused and then cleaned up and presented back to their parents. This is
what
court evidence. Yeah.
In the court, they're presenting this. So now they got this whole. There's a whole community.
I'm going to get to the
this.
trial, but this is all the allegations that were presented against Ray Bucky, Virginia McMartin, and Peggy McMartin Bucky, who had ran this daycare for 28 years.
This is hard.
Ray had only been a teacher for a year at this point. That's it.
And wasn't even around them.
And wasn't even around the 2-year-olds.
Right.
Yeah. So some of the children would talk of the naked movie star game, making it seem like they were being forcibly photographed. But during the trial, they said it was actually a rhyming taunt that went like this. What you say is what you are. You're a naked movie star. It was a rhyme.
It's
like
exactly,
trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
Well, that's what they're doing.
If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear.
So what movie did Steven Spielberg make after this? I mean, that's what they are. They're directors, right? They all, the kids crazy. Are the movie stars for sure.
So yeah, the fantasy was it was out of control at this point. But by spring of 1984, it was claimed that 360 children had been abused.
Yeah, definitely a Wes Craven movie. Sorry.
Astrid Harpensaw Hagar performed medical examinations and took photos of what she believed to be minute scarring, So she took photos of what she believed to be minute scarring, which she stated to be caused by anal penetration.
What?
Journalist John Earl believed that her findings were based on unsubstantial medical histories. Later research demonstrated that the methods they were using were extremely suggestive, leading to false accusations and false memory syndrome. Only 41 of the original 360 ended up testifying at pretrial hearings, and fewer than a dozen testified at the actual trial. Michael P. Maloney, who was a clinical psychologist and professor of psychiatry.
I like that name.
Maloney?
I thought you said baloney. I was like,
Michael P. Maloney.
Well, we're going to call him baloney.
Okay, phony baloney Maloney.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, Michael P. Maloney was a clinical psychiatrist, clinical psychologist and professor of psychiatry. He reviewed the interview tapes and was highly critical of the techniques, referring to them as improper, coercive, directive, and problematic.
So baloney was pointing out their baloney.
It was a lot of baloney going on here.
Maloney had their baloney.
He concluded that many of the kids' statements in the interviews were generated by the examiner. I mean, most of this shit is literally scientifically impossible.
Right, it's a load of baloney.
It's so much. Make a whole bologna sandwich.
BOLOGNA.
Now, a podcast that I highly recommend you listen to if you want to hear every single thing that the children said is called The Defense Rest, and she is so detailed on every little thing that was said by Key to the kids and what the kids responded back, and it will blow your mind even more. I didn't have time to go through all that. But please listen to The Defense Rest if you want to hear everything that these children were suggested to say. And then you can hear them kind of back off and be and seem kind of scared of what they're hearing. But Key just kind of keeps prompting them to agree with her or to say what she wants them to say. Pretty much.
Check that out, right? I mean, I'm probably not, but y'all check it out.
Ray and his defense team reviewed these tapes, and he didn't even know most of these kids. Like, he had never seen them before, because, like I said, it was past and present kids, and he had only worked at the school for a year, so he didn't know most of these kids, especially. He
was like in a different class or like a janitor or something,
and he had only been there a year, and they sent out
grade class, different age class.
And it was a small school, so there wasn't that many attending at that time. Right. But they sent the letter out to 200, and then there ended up being over 300.
Just because of the few that. Oh my God.
So 2 trials were conducted.
How much time and just.
What did I tell you? The longest, most expensive in U.S. history.
Money. I mean, oh my God. Mm-hmm. So. This is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is millions of dollars in the 80s just wasted away from working class people.
What did I say it cost? I'll tell you towards the end.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, I will at the end. I had to make sure I put it in there. All right, so 2 trials were conducted for the McMartin Preschool case. The first lasted from July 13th, 1987 to January 18th, 1990. The second was from May 7th, 1990 to July 27th, 1990. Now, going back, on March 22nd, 1984, Virginia McMartin, her daughter Peggy, and her grandchildren Ray, Peggy, and Bucky, teachers Mary Ann Jackson, Betty Rader, and Babette Spittler were charged with 115 counts of abuse and later expanded to 321 counts of abuse involving 48 children.
Really?
Yeah. Ray is in jail this whole time. So he gets arrested in 83.
He's in jail like 8 years, right?
Yes, he's in jail until 90.
Wow.
And you know what they do to people accused of pedophilia?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Broomstick time.
Insanely shocked that,
Right.
yeah, that horrible things didn't happen to him. But it didn't. And so, he was not offered bail.
Right.
And Peggy's was really high in the millions, and she was old. So they made sure that they got her bail. They got her bailed out. Well, Ray remained in jail for 5 years.
That money. Yeah, they got that money out of her. Yeah.
So in 86, a new district attorney found the evidence weak and dropped all charges against everyone except Peggy and Ray. In 87, Ray was eventually granted bail, but it was $3 million and couldn't raise the money. And then there was a piece of shit jailhouse informant that was in the cell with Ray for less than 48 hours. Okay, so he was arrested in 83. This is 87. And in less than 48 hours, knowing this man for less than 48 hours, he supposedly confessed everything to this jailhouse informant. But he later attempted to flee before the trial, before he was supposed to testify, and had already been convicted of perjury. So his testimony was absolute bullshit.
Right.
In 89, the judge finally cut Ray's bail to 1.5, and he was released after 5 years in jail. On January 18th, 1990, Peggy was acquitted on all counts. Ray was cleared on 55 of 62 counts. 9 of 11 jurors believed that some of the children had been molested, but not enough evidence was to actually say that it was Ray. I mean, they believed that these kids might have been troubled, but there was no evidence to say that Ray had done it.
Right.
It could have been done by whoever else.
She had spun such a web. There's no way to get out.
Oh yeah, wait till I wrap this thing up. It's coming soon, but
wow.
Okay. So they also said that the kids were never allowed to use their own words, and they weren't. I heard some of the interviews.
They made them say what they wanted to hear.
Right. They were never allowed to use their own words as to what had happened to them. They were told over and over and over what they were supposed to be agreeing with, and they were told that something happened to them.
The thing that bothers me the most is the horses.
Those poor horses. I'm flying over you. Silence of the Lambs tomorrow. No, we have to watch Teeth. I got that movie recommendation today from two good friends on the internet web.
I would say the other part, but it's inappropriate.
Yeah, don't say it. We're talking about children here.
I'm not going to say it.
Even though nothing happens to them.
Yeah, insane. This is insane.
Or not by Ray Bucky, anyways.
I don't think anything happened. They're movie stars right now. There's been millions spent.
Okay, so
9 years now, right?
Ray was retried later on 6 of the 13 counts, and that trial resulted in another hung jury. The prosecution pretty much gave up at this point, and the case was closed. With all charges against Ray dropped, he had been in jail for 5 years without a conviction of any crime. 0. No crime.
So they just been rolling it and rolling it and rolling it. He's just sitting his ass there.
Mm-hmm. And had to raise 1.5 million
from conception of
or
this,
10% of that, right? Was 10% of 1.5 million.
From conception and all the chaos, though, it's more like 8 years.
And there was nothing but allegations. There was no evidence.
Horror on this man that was just trying to do his job and probably thought he was a good.
And didn't even want to do it at first. His mom and his grandma asked him to come help out.
Yeah,
he was reluctant, and he was only there for a year. It's just crazy to me. So this case had lasted a total of 7 years and cost the taxpayers $15 million and ended with 0 convictions. 0. And In 2005, one of the children, who was now an adult, retracted his statement by saying, "Never did anyone do anything to me, and I never saw them doing anything. I said a lot of things that didn't happen. I lied. Anytime I would give them an answer that they didn't like, they would ask again and encourage me to give them the answer that they were looking for. I felt uncomfortable and a little ashamed that I was being dishonest, but at the same time, being the type of person I was, whatever my parents wanted me to do, I would do it." And I mean, this messed up a lot of kids because they literally are having false memories.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, how old was I in 2005? Like, he's literally right around my age.
I was 23.
Yeah, about 20,
24.
24.
We were at 20s,
yeah. So, yeah, he was just like, hey, this is fucked up that I was involved in. And he had to say something. Good for him. Good for him. Because the suffering, the money, what a fucking conniving ass. I don't even know what to call this woman to spin all this.
So
insane.
Judy Johnson,
yeah,
the lady that started it all, was actually diagnosed with acute paranoid schizophrenia and was found dead in her home in 1986 from chronic alcoholism before the trial even started.
Really?
What the fuck?
And they're just, they already know that this woman was shot out, and they still kept rolling it. And there's nothing to stand on except for her big ass podium that she had everybody that underneath of.
Well, like I said, Judy Johnson started it. Right. She was schizophrenic.
Right.
And then Kia McFarlane blew it up to what it was.
Drove it.
Her, yeah, sure, with her interviews and her puppets.
Yeah. Drove it.
But there is a show I found where you can watch it. It's on Tubi called The Crimes That Changed Us. And this is on there because they took this and changed the way that they question children now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you don't suggest anything to them. You just let them talk.
Yeah. You have to naturally let them show you what's going on.
And if they don't,
in any form of communication,
there's nothing there. Yeah.
It doesn't take much. I mean, really, I could look at a 2-year-old. If there's anything like that going on, you're going to see signs, but it's not acute like what you're talking about, and not rehearsed and brought up on where they have to agree with it. Everything about this is insane. I don't know how the fuck they actually followed any of this and kept it going. I don't understand.
Wait till you hear the next one I'm going to talk about.
Oh my God.
But anyways, it's much worse than this, but kind of the same type of bullshit. But it's much more complex, and there's a lot more people involved.
So what you're saying is you're wanting to do like a 2-parter type thing?
It's a 3-parter on the West Memphis 3.
West Memphis 3 with a 3-parter.
I am highly intimidated by this case, but it has gripped me in my soul, and I have to get it out. So
closing up October with a 3-parter.
Yes, it's going to probably go on into November. Yeah, we've been we tried to get these out a little earlier, but with hurricanes and storms and all the shenanigans going on in Florida,
I think we're rocking it. We're right on time. We're definitely right on time. Yes. And you'll have Thanksgiving you can Thanksgiving with that one. Yeah. West Memphis 3 coming up. Yes. I think this is the most insane, I would dare say erroneous thing that I've ever heard. Now, poor Ray,
he had to go into hiding for many years. But he he was on this show that you can watch on Tubi. I mean, I'm sure there's more other platforms, but the free one that popped up was Tubi. And he was on that show as interviewing.
The shit this man had been through. I mean,
nothing.
We got it. I want to check. I mean, I'm sure you've already watched all of it.
Only little clips. So so we can watch that one together.
I'm jealous a little bit of all that, but I mean, all of this, I'm actually kind of leaning away from because I want to be shocked like this. I'm excited about what the fuck has America done in history that is just insane. And you find people that get behind that
shit they were doing, in the 1600s.
Well, I mean, you got to think about here in Florida. You're talking about history. I mean, look at the stuff that happened in the early 1900s. I think it was the late 1800s or early 1900s, where they a woman accused a black man of raping her, and then they hung everybody in Rosewood. Yeah.
That's
it's
when
just like another.
You showed me the town first, and then we went home and watched the movie, and I was like,
and
I knew nothing about it.
It was just complete. I mean, of course, that was more of a racial thing. At the same time, it was just like one woman spun this whole fucking thing, and to get another woman behind it. That is insane, and I really feel bad about. And
that happened a lot.
Yeah. Oh, especially here in the South for sure. But I mean, on this particular case here, I just feel bad about the horses.
But so that concludes our story for today. And if you want more in depth or different versions of this, podcasts that I listened to, I read articles online, but then podcasts I listened to on this case were True Crime Obsessed. What they do is they watch the documentaries on cases and then break them down and discuss them. And they had actually watched the show. I mentioned the Crimes That Changed Us. Right. And then the Cult Chronicles podcast. Last Podcast on the Left has a whole Satanic Panic series. It's where they talk about different cases shortly. So it's like 2 episodes, and they talk briefly about a bunch of different ones. And then True Crime Garage, and then, of course, The Defense Rest. And those were podcasts that I listened to get a lot of my information, along with articles online. So what band are you plugging today?
So I'm plugging Level the Planet.
Love Level the Planet.
Our first time actually hanging out with Level the Planet was we were in Tampa, I do believe.
Wasn't that the New Year's Eve show where I got
slammered? You got
their Long Island iced teas at the Brass Mug are dangerous. Don't have more than 2. But I did warn you. I distinctly remember saying, "Hey, babe, I need chicken nuggies," and you were like, "Let's have one more drink," and then that drink did me in.
Well, I mean, I was turned up. Long Island iced teas, these amazing bands. We played too, didn't we? Yeah, we played that.
Yeah, that was the whole reason y'all were there.
Yeah, we played that,
and
night.
It was a mask party.
Yeah, masquerade party for sure. It was very fun. I mean, I couldn't get enough. I was loving it. So Adam down there and his wife was hanging out in the back, and I was just like, this guy is so cool. Like, and we were drinking.
He is very cool.
Yeah. So at Brass Mug, check out Brass Mug in Tampa. Check out Level the Planet. I kind of wanted to touch on Defy the Tyrant. If you guys listened to our last show, I played them at the end. They were doing some recordings and some stuff over in Tallahassee just here recently. And those guys are just amazing. They're making some new moves and just an amazing band. But back to Level the Planet. Once I hooked up with them and my group, we had a female singer. And we were just like, hey, we need to get together all these local badass females to rock a show.
Women that rock.
Yeah, Women that rock. We actually did two different shows with that.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. So many cool bands. So local bands that are amazing.
The Haven?
Yeah, the Haven's not there anymore. It's a different name venue.
No.
Yeah, but it's still kicking ass there. Yeah. They're still kicking ass. It's a different name now. And I can't wait to get back because that stage is amazing. The whole little bar.
And that one is in Orlando.
Yeah.
What's it called now?
I can't remember right now. It's just it changed.
Well, there's
recently. That's kind of when we dropped off a little bit.
Sheena, she was my girl crush for a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. She had
her little baby. She took a break.
Yeah. There's been so much movement since I was in the scene, but so yeah, like all the guys from the band are just amazing, and I really enjoyed my my time playing in Florida. Hopefully I'll get back to playing. Some of the guys that were listening last week, they were just like, how the hell are you not plugging your own band? I'm like, no, dude, we're not really that active. I mean, we still practice. We're still writing music.
P.S. Jesse has a band called Shadow the Earth, and he is minus a singer right now. So if you know anybody, hit us up. drinkaboutSomething@gmail.com or Shadow the Earth on Facebook.
Yeah, just check us out. Anything. I mean,
or if you are a singer, hit us up.
Hey. Yeah, just check us out. Shadow the Earth is on any platform. It's easy to find. Shadow.
Yeah, listen to their stuff that's already recorded. It's great. Yeah. Even my kids, it's in their rotation. My son was cleaning his bathroom today, listening to, oh God, Offensive.
So I still get gig offers, actually, and it's so depressing right now. No, but we're doing great though. We're still writing music. The rest of the guys we're actually amped up. Sometimes we just get together and have drinks and put together puzzles at Chris's house. But
Chris's house is fun.
Yeah,
Chris is the drummer for Shadow of the Earth.
Very fun. But yeah, we're doing good. But Level the Planet
check them out.
Is amazing. Check them out on anything. They're still kicking ass. Like they're playing around and stuff. And I would love to.
And we see Adam and his wife at a lot of concerts and festivals.
And
they're
stuff.
part of the metal fam.
They're fam for sure. You know, all the community is just amazing down here, and I can't talk about them enough. They're just everybody is just a huge family down this way. You know, you can't ask for more.
We love it. We have so much fun.
You know, and I'm gonna do the cheap thing pretty soon and start hitting them all up to start listening to us because I know they're gonna love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are enjoying it. I can't wait for next week. It's just
Hey, wait! I want to plug a signed band real quick.
Oh yeah,
Ice Nine Kills just came out with a new song about Terrifier.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Terrifier, the song is great. I cannot get through the Terrifier movies though. They are too gory for me. Now Jesse has
we watched like 3/4 of the movie, right? Now about the time
first one. I was like, come on, Jesse, let's watch all of them.
He was hacking the chick like down
over.
The Y. And you think that like, okay, yeah, of course he's the bad guy at the beginning, and like all of a sudden Art gets dark.
What was the name of the song?
Oh man,
keep talking. I want to look up the name of the song.
Ice Nine Kills is amazing.
It just came out too.
But I mean, all those guys, they're made. You know, they're made. But honestly, most of these bands and
Ice Nine Kills, most of like 99% of their songs are based off of horror movies, and it's awesome.
Yeah, if you like heavy rock music,
a work of art.
A work of art.
A work of art. That's what the Terrifier
Ice
song
Nine
is
Kills.
Yeah.
This is such an amazing band. You know,
I wish I could get through them. Like Jesse has seen me through a very long stage. When we first met, I was terrified of most horror movies. She
came around.
Now I can watch most of them, but I couldn't get through Terrifier. I was raised in a very conservative Christian home and was pretty much taught that watching stuff like that was going to affect me. And I was allowing the devil into me, but
satanic panic.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, let's put it on. What's the next one? Yes.
Yeah.
So he helped break me and I helped break my. Now I've always loved Carrie and The Shining and the Stephen King.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm Pet Sematary. You know, that was like the first movie.
Of course, all the Tim Burton.
The first movie I ever went to the movies and watched, and I think I was 5. So I was raised a little bit more AC/DC, a little bit more.
I like the Scream movies, but Blair Witch fucked me up when I was younger, and now it's like, Blair Witch.
Yeah,
it's not even that.
Well,
cool.
you don't like the shaking of the camera so much.
No,
yeah, it's kind of nauseating.
Yeah,
a little over censored on all the over movement. But yeah, back to the bands here in Florida. Like I said, you know, you're gonna love pretty much all these bands. If you like heavy music, I'm playing some pretty good bands, and I can't wait for you guys to hear Level the Planet. And once again, thank you so much. And Lindsey, you did amazing.
Thank you. Taking a virtual bow.
I hit the right button. You know, last time I edited so much stuff out. I was such a goofball. And I'm going to try to clean this one up a little bit better. But we're still, you know, hey, we're just having fun. You know, we don't want anything from it. But do share. We want to get our content out.
That's one thing I love when I find a new podcast and I go all the way back to the beginning.
How they just built up. I
find them how they progress with all their stuff.
They get more producers and all. Yeah. Just like my goofy butts over here. I'm just
they
like, what the hell am I doing?
But
here?
I love it. It doesn't ever make me stop listening. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm enjoying doing this. I have to have projects like this in my life, and this is
this has been on my heart for about a year now, and I finally was just like, let's do it.
Yeah, this is our first adventure together doing something this creative, and I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to just keep on cracking these things out and seeing it build. I know it's going to build. Y'all are amazing people, and you're going to you're on board. I know it, and we're excited. And this next one, what's it called again? West
Memphis 3.
I am.
And it will be a 3-parter. First part will be out next week.
I think I might drink like straight liquor for that one. No, maybe part 2.
It's rough. I mean, it's.
I was on this one. I was just. I'm completely lost for words.
The next one will make
so
you want
to
put your head through a wall. I mean, it just.
Well, I'm
I've cried
frustrated
so many
with
tears.
how much
and
people can spin things. They can just make it, and then they use a little bit of.
Well, the next one this one's in the Bible Belt, so
even better, yeah, because that was kind of bland at the same time and completely unbelievable. As far as them spinning the satanic thing, who in their right mind? But that's California. Hey, nothing against Californians. We love you guys, but at the same time,
this would have been spun worse in the South. What are you talking about?
If it would have happened here in the Bible Belt, the whole state would have took board. It would have been
everything just would have been aflame,
lighting torches. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Lindsey, you're amazing, and
whatever.
I'm having such a great time, and I'm gonna leave you guys with Level the Planet. Check them out. Before I go, I just wanted to say. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Clink.
We'll see you next Friday.
Yeah.
Y'all strap on in. This is going to be amazing.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't want to spend my life in this wall. Simple space. Don't wanna spend my life in this wall. Looking as petals fall. All you get is tiny flowers left out to decay. All of these tiny flowers are all I have today. All you get is tiny flowers left out to decay. All of these tiny flowers are all I have today.
Big shout out to Lovable Planet and the amazing podcast that Lindsey put out. I'm so excited. So you can check us out on Instagram. We're on so many different things. We're on Spotify now. And I should be pulling up a bunch more links. You can find us anywhere pretty soon. So just keep following and checking us out. Mixed this with Band Lab. And I also used audio editor. This amazing little app over here called Buzzsprout. It's helping us out a lot. We really dig that. And we'll see you again next Friday for a big 3-parter. I'm so excited. See you guys. Peace.